2025. Okay, so having said that, who are these people? This region we call Guinea-Bissau. Understand that before colonization, you had a diverse group of people living here: the Jola, the Papel, the Balante, the Mandinka, the Fulani, right?
Yeah.
We know that they had in terms of their structure, you had decentralized, quote unquote, village-based communities, all the way to the more hierarchical kind of Islamic qualities that were linked to Mali and the Kabul spheres, right? So just a rich diversity in terms of culture, spirituality, economic traditions, all of that. Then enter the Europeans, because unfortunately, at this point, we can never tell the story of Africa, at least for the last 500 years, without here come the Arabs, here come the Europeans. So the Portuguese arrive in about the 15th century, and they're using this region as their Atlantic trading networks, like it's a hub for them, right?
Correct.
Which, by the way, has not changed, okay? So Portugal intensifies its control in the late 19th and the 20th century. You guys should know that this area was heavily involved in the quote-unquote slave trade. I call it the African Ma'afa, African genocide, but there were a lot of our ancestors that were shipped out from this area, from the ports in this area, right?
Correct.
And then, of course, 1973, we have our great ancestor, Amilcar Cabral, with the PAIGC that declared independence after a long armed struggle. Put a pin in that and go study that as well. And then finally, in 1974, Portuguese.
Hold on, you froze when you mentioned Amilcar Cabral.
Oh, I did? Oh, I'm so sorry. So our great ancestor, Amilcar Cabral.
Echo. There's too much echo.
Too much echo. What's going on? Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah. Go on.
Okay. In 1973, with the PAIGC declared independence after a very long armed struggle. They fought for their independence. And of course, in 1974, Portugal finally recognizes them after the Carnation Revolution. So you need stuff to study during the holidays. Just giving you some things here. All right. So what has happened since then? First, we had a 6-year rule from 1974 to 1980. It was one-party rule. Then in 1980, we had a coup. Nino Vieira seizes power. Then from 1998 to 99, there's a civil war, considerable bloodshed. Then from the 2000s, we've pretty much seen multiple coups, assassinations, and political instability in the area.
Correct.
From 2010 to the present, Guinea-Bissau has actually been a very major player in the trafficking of cocaine.
Repeat that part.
So again, following that same slave trade, African trade routes, the cocaine comes in from Latin America. It is stored and repackaged in these regions, Cape Verde, Guinea-Bissau, all of that. And then from here, it makes its way into Europe and the rest of the Western world. There is a lot of money being made. It's not being made by the people, although there is increasing drug addiction in the area as well by the locals.